Sneha KJ, a first year BEd student. So, do you all like to see videos, animations, cartoons, etc.? Yeah, we all like to see them. And what is the importance of seeing all these videos? Have you ever thought of it? Yeah, we have learned that, and also it has been proved that while we use more than one sense organs at a time, it well enhances our knowledge and knowledge understanding capacity, intellectual capability to a greater level. So, my dear students, here I am going to present before you a topic called electricity through the most innovative and new technique called e-conduct. So, my dear students, are you all ready to learn? Then come and enjoy.
So, dear, let us get into the session. First of all, do you know who is he? Yes, he is the great Thomas Alva Edison. And do you know what he is known for? Yes, in the year 1879, he invented the long-lasting electric bulb. Since then, our homes are bright even after sun. And we all know that our home appliances like electric bulb, fan, refrigerator, television, etc. are worked on the principle of current. So today we will we are going to learn about current or electricity through the most innovative platform called eConduct. So before going into the details of electricity, let us see what are electric charges. Dears, we all know that in an atom there are protons, electrons, and neutrons are present. And normally in an atom, the number of protons and the number of electrons will balance. That is why an atom is said to be electrically neutral, right? Yes. Now, what about the charges of protons and electrons? Yeah, we have learned in the previous classes that the charge of proton is positive and it is represented by the symbol positive. And we have the charges of electrons is negative and it is represented by the symbol negative. Yes. And also we have seen that and also we have learned that the like charges tend to be repelled each other. On the other hand, unlike charges tend to be attracted to each other, right? Yeah. This means that when two positive charges are held together or when two negative charges are held together, there is a tendency between the charges that they will get repelled each other. On the other hand, when a positive charge is held in contact with a negative charge, there is a tendency that these charges will get attracted towards it. Okay, now let us get into our topic of discussion. So, what do you mean by electricity? In simple word, we can say that it is the flow of charges in a conductor. It's called electricity. And do you know what do you mean by? Do you know what is a conductor? A conductor is a material which can conduct electricity, which allows the electrons to flow through the material. And charges are transferred from one end of the terminal to the other, and it usually travels from a positive terminal to a negative terminal. So here also we can see the illustration of electricity. Now, when we come to the different forms or different types of electricity, we have first of all the static electricity and the other is dynamic electricity. Here we will discuss static electricity and dynamic electricity in a much interesting way. Okay, so first we will discuss static electricity. So, my dear students, what do you mean by the term static? Static means rest. It's a state of rest. So, the static term, it itself implies that there is no change, there is no movement for the charges, right? Yeah. As a simple example to show static electricity is given in the figure below. So imagine when you take your comb and when you held in contact with some tiny pieces of paper, we will not see any changes, right? But when the same comb is rubbed with your dry hair and is in contact with the pieces of paper, there is a change we can see. That means the piece of paper will be getting attracted towards the comb. The reason is simple. We can say that as the comb is rubbed with the dry hair, what essentially happens that the number of electrons, the electrons present in our hair will be getting transferred to the comb. So the number of electrons which were previously present in the comb has been increased now. So this is the reason why we can say that the pieces of paper are getting attracted towards the comb when it is rubbed with the hair. Okay, so this is a simple example to show what is a static electricity. So now the static electricity is the result of an imbalance between negative and positive charges in an object. And it is called static since the displaced electrons tend to remain stationary after being moved from one insulating material to another. So here I have provided a video to show static electricity. So let us watch it carefully. So here I have taken two straws and one straw just I have made it in contact with the straw which is kept on the top of the bottle, and here we can see that there is no observable changes, but one of the straw is rubbed. When I rubbed one of the straw into a tissue paper with a tissue paper for about 10 to 20 seconds, and then I have repeated the same procedure, and here now at this time we can see there's a change. That means straws are repelled with each other, right? Yeah, the straws are repelled with each other. Okay, so dear students, from this experiment, we can say that like charges will always repel with each other. Okay, now coming to the second form of electricity, that is the dynamic electricity. So the term dynamic, which means motion, movement. So the dynamic electricity is contributed by the moving charges. We can define the dynamic electricity as a steady flow of electrons between places and things. And we have seen already that a conductor is a substance which allows or which lets electrons to pass freely through the material. For example, copper is a conductor. Now, uh, in order to start electricity, or we can say that an energy source, we need an energy source such as a battery or a generator to start the electrons to move through a conductor. This is one of the most important things. So we always need an energy source for the movement of electrons to start. Okay. So students, here I have provided a video that I have done to show dynamic electricity, or how how can we generate electricity. Okay. So watch the video carefully. So basically here I have taken an incandescent bulb and I have taken a beaker containing water and I have made the connection and then I switched it on. So the bulb glows up. And what I have done is that I just break the connection and I have put the wire into the beaker containing water. Then I switched on. So the bulb doesn't glow. And then I have switched off and then I have added 2 spoons of salt into the water and I stirred it very well. Then I have again repeated the same procedure. Yes. And then when I switched on the light, the yeah, the bulb glows up. From this, what do you get an inference, students? From this, we can say that salt water is a good conductor of electricity. Yeah, you see, salt water, we can generate electricity. Okay, so dears, have you understood? Yeah, salt water is a good conductor of electricity. Now, as an assignment, uh, here I have posted a question. So you have to answer the question given below. Prepare a brief description on static electricity and dynamic electricity. It's a very simple question. So this is all about today's discussion, and I hope you have understood the concept of electricity in a much better way through this e-content, through this e-learning platform. So I wish you a very fruitful day, and thank you. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you all.